Hey guys, how's everybody doing? It's Nick with Urban Farm Boys. Thanks for tuning in. It is the first week of May, which means it's time to show you guys everything that I crocheted in April. And I think I had a pretty productive month, actually. I've got several things to show you guys. So it felt a little bit stagnant there in the middle of the month because I was working on a couple of projects, and then I kind of abandoned them to do other things, but I got back to it at the end of the month and wrapped everything up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 things to show you that I did in April. So I'd say that was a pretty successful month. So I guess we can get right into it. But before that, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. I have another video that's going to be coming out over the weekend. I've actually already filmed it, but it'll be coming out over the weekend, where I talked about some updates to the channel. There's some exciting things that I've been working on doing. One of them is that I've created a Facebook group. It's called the same thing, Nick and Andrew Urban Farm Boys. I'm hoping to create a little bit more of a community there where people can collaborate and interact a little more easily than how it's done on the comment section of a YouTube video. So if that sounds interesting to you, please go over to Facebook and feel free to join. I'm currently the only member in the group, so don't leave me hanging. You can check that out if you want. It's absolutely free. I also now have memberships through YouTube. So if you have the desire and the means to support our channel in that way, there's now 4 different tiers of memberships where I'm going to be offering kind of like member access to additional content, different giveaways, prizes, polls, monthly gifts potentially, all sorts of fun stuff. I didn't want to use Patreon. I didn't want people to have to use a different website, but I'm pretty excited about that for anyone who wants to support the channel and gain access to kind of additional perks and benefits. So below this video there should be a join button, and if you click it, it's not going to charge you anything, but if you click it, it'll show you what's offered and the different tiers and the different prices, and memberships are as low as 99 cents a month. So feel free to check that out if you are so inclined. Much appreciated. And if you are not so inclined, that's also absolutely okay. And the third thing I wanted to tell you guys about was after much request, actually over several years, I now have a P.O. box again. We have a P.O. box again. No one has to send anything, but people have asked, and so ask and you shall receive. So I will put our P.O. box in the description of this video and all videos moving forward. Guys, I love postcards, and I thought it would be so fun if you feel like, you know, buying a postcard and spending the cost of a stamp. Send a postcard. Let us know where you live, where you're from, even if it's not the biggest tourist destination though in the world. I love to kind of see where you guys are from. I love postcards. Everywhere I travel, I buy postcards and send them. So that could be something fun. So just so you're aware, that will be in the description from now on as well. Having said all of that, are you guys ready to see everything that I crocheted in April? Let's start with my April entry into my temperature blanket. I'm doing a granny square temperature blanket where each month is represented by a square. I'm going to be making a video all about how I do the temperature blanket, but this is April. And it is wild. If you've seen my other what I crocheted this month videos, you've seen all my other months. And we're really starting to warm up now, so we're getting into warmer colors. This is pretty wild. I don't know that these colors go together, but you know what? That's part of the fun of it. And it's been really fun to see how each month changes. My January and February squares are lots of white and lots of icy blue. A little bit of green made an appearance in March, and now we already have jumped into like warmer pinks and oranges and even some darker colors around the edges at the end of April. So this is my April square. So I'm right on track. 4 months down. 8 to go. It's gonna be a big blanket, guys. I knew it would be a big blanket, but I tried to put them all together once I had 4 months done, just to kind of see how it would look. And I didn't have room on my dining room table, like I had to lay them on the floor. So it's gonna be a big blanket, but I'm excited about it. For the next portion of this video, I had to realign my camera because the next three things that I have to show you are wearables. You guys know, if you've watched any previous videos, I've been on a little bit of a kick of wearables this month, and I have 3 of them, and they're all complete. I may have finished one of them this morning, but they're all complete, so let me show you. I actually already made a video about this, but I did finish it in April, so I'll show you again. I completed my very first wearable, which is this granny hexagon cardigan. I'll link the video below where I talked all about this and how I made it, but it's done. I'm happy with it. I'm excited about it. I learned a lot, and I'm going to do several things different for the next one that I make, but it's sort of a short-sleeved hexagon cardigan with very loud colors. They're kind of New Mexico inspired. There's definitely room for improvement, but for a first wearable, I pretty much couldn't be happier. So that's that guy. You already know as well, if you've seen other videos, I've been working on making granny square tank tops or vests, and I've made 2. I'll show you my first, which I've already highlighted, and then I'll show you my second. They're pretty loud. So I was making, when I very first got into crocheting back in like November, I started making granny squares, and I made like 70 or 80 of them because I thought I might want to make just a huge granny square blanket. Then I got into other ideas, and those squares just sat in a drawer. And then I decided I could turn them into wearables. So I have 2, and I'll show you version 1 and version 2. Okay, so this is version 1. You guys have seen it before. I've made a video about it. It's pretty loud, right? But it was my first attempt at a granny square tank top. A lot of you guys were not a fan of wearing this without a shirt under it. I wear a lot of tank tops, as you've noticed, so that was kind of my goal. But a lot of people said to put like a dress shirt underneath it, and that would, you know, make it a little more formal. But I don't know if you can take something that looks like this and make it look more professional. It's got quite the personality. But I think it's fun. I don't know where I will wear it, but that was version 1.0. What I learned from version 1.0 was I wanted maybe skinnier arm straps and maybe a little more room around the underarm. And that's where version 2.0 comes in. So this is 2.0. Slightly different. I did make thinner arm straps here. These granny squares have 3 colored rounds and then the white around. For these arm straps, I just did 2 colors and then white around. So they're a little thinner, which gave me a little more room around the neck. I took a panel away from each arm here just to give me bigger sort of arm holes. I thought I would like that look, but I'm not 100% sure I do. Andrew said these armholes look like church windows. I don't really know what that means. But they're pretty big, and it almost looks like a vest that you would wear if you're directing traffic or you work at Walmart or something. I'm not sure about that. I might do something different with the next version. But, and then for the bottom, I did like a longer bottom. The other one was quite a bit shorter. So I just did half double crochets here around the bottom. I don't even remember how many rounds of that. Let me see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. So it's more comfortable, this one. It's a little bit looser. It's a better shape. Like, it doesn't show my muffin top if I raise my arms. Not sure about the armholes, but overall, I'm happy with it. And this one came together easier than the first one. So Let me do a close-up so you can see the squares. I like the little ones that I made. Oh, that you can actually see all 6 of them that I made for the arm straps. They were kind of cute. So that was my 3rd wearable. I'm gonna make more wearables, but I'm not sure I'm gonna do this again. I want to try other things. But anyway, let me get changed out of this and I'll show you my last 2 completed, or mostly completed projects. For a change of scenery, I also made this little hanging plant. This is now the 3rd crochet plant that I've made. I'll come a little closer so you can see. And I really think it's super cute. The other 2 plants that I made were not hanging. This one is. I just did like chains to create a little hanging planter, and I think it's super cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I really like these and I want to keep making them. Maybe I can hang him here. I don't know if you can see him right there. As if I don't have enough plants, right? And then my final project I'm including in my everything I crocheted in April video, because most of it I did in April and it's not quite finished, but this project is leaving me in 2 days, so I have to finish it in 2 days. And this is a granny rectangle blanket that I made for Andrew's grandmother. She saw, when they were here visiting, she saw my temperature blanket, my January and February blankets that had, well, they had a lot of these colors in them, and she liked the colors and she wanted a lap blanket that she could just cover her legs with when she sits in the chair. I used the same yarn for this that I've been using for all my other projects, but I wanted something that had a little more drape to it, so I just used a bigger crochet hook. And this one definitely actually feels softer and has more drape than any of these other projects, which are all made using the same loops and threads soft acrylic yarn. But anyway, it's a pretty decent size if you're sitting in your chair. And she's a little lady, littler than me anyway. I think it's going to be pretty close to just what she wants. I'm going to do, so I've been doing 3 different colors, 2 rounds of each color, and she really likes purple, so I want to end on the purple. I'm working on finishing my white rounds now. Really. Stand by for train to New York City. So I'm working on finishing up my white rounds now, and then I have to do blue and then white and then purple again. So I'm hoping by the time I get back to purple it'll be big enough. So like 6.5 more rounds I have to do in the next like 36 hours. And then I'm probably just going to do like a half double crochet border. I did that with the last blanket I made like this and I really liked how it looked. So I think with 6 more rounds it should be the right size. So I'm calling it everything I made in April because it's not going to be here for me to show you in my everything I made in May video. So that's that. I bought these little baskets at Michael's. That's also coming up in the video that I'm going to post this weekend. They were like Easter colored little plastic baskets and they fit projects really well. And you can store them on a shelf or something. So anyway, I'm counting this one as done, sort of cheating, but we're very close. And that's it, guys. That's everything that I did in April. Not bad, right? I would love if you guys would comment below. Give me your thoughts on what I've done in April, but also let me know what you might like to see me work on for May. I've been doing a lot of the same thing. I've been doing a lot of granny square or granny square adjacent projects, so I might like to try something else. I don't know, maybe a smaller project or maybe I don't know. So comment below with any thoughts. I'd like to try something new. I have a few things in mind already, but let me know what you might like to see. Even if you have a specific project, you could post it below. Or you could post it on the Facebook group. Or you could become a member, and then we could have even more fun talking together. Whatever you guys want to do. But I think I'm going to call it a day for today. I'm losing my light out here on the planty porch. So I hope everyone is doing really well, having a great week. Let's chat in the comments. What have you been working on in April? What are you working on now in May? That's it for today. So until next time, take care, guys.